What's up, YouTube? As always, it's Big Serio Itachi here to give you day 2 of the 12 days of anime. You know, as always, like I've said before, I'm in Okinawa, Japan, so my time schedule is a little ahead of most people. But anyway, this is day 2 for me, and it's quite late. And I'm also doing this on a brand new tripod I bought, so I'm pretty excited. That's why I'm standing. Versus this little thing that I usually use, which I like because it bends and whatnot. But I don't always get the job done. So day 2, I'll be talking about a manga that I've read, and it came out. It's quite new. I think it came out maybe sometime in September. It's known as Strike the Blood, and it's a monster manga, but the main character is a vampire, the fourth great vampire or progenitor, however you want to translate that. He's only he's like probably 15 or so. I think he's in middle school. And it comes out sporadically because the new chapter hasn't been on it forever. But it's pretty good. And like I said, it's vampire, but it's not like Twilight vampire. It's like cool vampire and magic vampire. It's pretty awesome. So the scene I'll talk about is actually from the last chapter that actually came out. So obviously, spoiler alert, but last chapter was freaking epic. There's a lot of epic parts in so far in Strike the Blood. As few manga. I will actually read it and I watch it. But anywho, the last chapter, when Akatsuki, yes, his name is Akatsuki for all you Naruto fans. His name is Akatsuki. He bites. And it's been so long since I read it. I think her name is Himakiri or some crap like that. I don't remember. He bites his little love interest in the neck because he's like freaking dying and whatnot. So that gives him, so that's his first bite ever, you know, it's like his vampire virginity. It helps him be able to control his vampire awesomeness. So what that does is at the end of the chapter I think 10 or 11 it is. And so for those who've never read it or watched it, since he is, you know, the strongest vampire alive, he has these like spirits, kind of like Zodiac. Everybody knows what Zodiacs are, that are kind of like inside him per se, and he can summon them, but pre the bites he could never control them. So if he was dying, he could go into vampire mode and summon one of them and it'd be destructive, but he couldn't control it, so he'd be knocked out and hurt too. But per biting his love interest, he gained control over them, or at least more control than what he had before. So at the end, as he's fighting the I think was he Lutheran apostle or whatever, and he's like, oh, you've gotten quite cocky, Akatsuki. Didn't I chop you in half? And he comes in like, I think he has like black lightning, which is pretty cool. Kind of obviously a little Naruto reminds me of, but Akatsuki has the black lightning. And at the very end of the chapter, I think the apostle summons his fake monster girl that he made and attacks, and then Akatsuki just comes out of nowhere and he summons the same, which if you watched the anime and you didn't read the manga you wouldn't know this, but the same Zodiac that he summoned the first time when he actually first transformed, which is the lion known as, I think, Regulus, which is a pretty common lion name. Maybe it has something to do with mythology. But he summons the lion and he like does like an energy blast almost, and there's black lightning everywhere. And that's the last thing we've seen because it hasn't been a new chapter in like 2 months now. But that is my favorite moment so far. Not my favorite moment of all time, but as far as this year is concerned, that's my favorite moment because it's pretty awesome. Like I said, the series is pretty good. My only problem with it is it doesn't come out consistently enough. But good series, you know. Obviously, you can take your time and read it. It's only 11 chapters, I think, and the 12th one still hasn't came out, or vice versa. Whatever chapter we're on, only a handful came out. So anyway, I hope you liked this video, and don't forget to comment below. Comment if you've seen the chapter, because that'd be pretty cool. More people to talk about it. I don't really know that many people that watched or read it. So feel free to comment and talk to me about it. And this is my day 2 of the 12 days of anime. So stay tuned and peace out.